Plant, property, and equipment. Yeah, so later on we're going to get into Target's PP&E, which I haven't talked about on this show. And it's one of my favorite things to actually talk about because, you know, when you start dealing with a company like Target that's a retailer, it's very important to know how much land and how much property they own because it's part of their company's value. And a lot of people forget about the value of land and they forget about the value of plants and machinery that a company owns. And as an investor, that's a very important thing to keep track of because you may have a company that is losing money or have a company that is in bad shape, but they may be sitting on a ton of land that they own forever that is now very, very valuable. And the value of their plant, property, and equipment really hasn't been updated since the day they purchased it. So it's always good to consider how much land and buildings and equipment a company owns, because when it comes time to downsize, when it comes time to sell assets, that can be a source of extra income or extra cash. Or if there is a bankruptcy, we all know that common stock shareholders generally they don't get anything after a bankruptcy, and that's because stockholders are they're on the bottom tier of people who actually get anything on a bankruptcy or in a bankruptcy. So if a company goes bankrupt, they generally make sure that they pay off their creditors, they pay off their bondholders, and if there's anything left, the preferred stock owners, they get a slice of it. And generally, when it comes down time for us, regular common stockholders, there's not a lot of property or money or anything left. So that's always important to realize. And if you have a company that is planning to sell some of their locations or downsize, that may be a source of revenue rather than just cutting employees and or firing employees. So I really like to keep an eye on that PP&E figure.